I like living small. I like being cozy and comfortable, and this meets all my requirements. A lot of people think I'm a bit crazy because I live in such a small space, but it suits me. It makes me happy, so that's why I do it. I foresee myself living in this until I'm a little old lady, which probably isn't that far away because I'm just little now. I've always liked things that are cozy and small. I've never liked big McMansions, and you know, why do we need 3 living rooms? I don't understand that. So I like the idea of being small, having everything at hand. I can turn my light on, open my window, or from my couch. I love it. Yeah, I watched a Netflix show called Tiny, and the guy was going to pick up his trailer and he was all excited. He's like, this is it, I'm going to get the trailer, so I'm going to build the house. And I thought, that's it, I need to get a trailer. If I don't get the trailer, I'm never going to build the house. So literally within a week, I'd found somebody that was selling trailers and went and spoke to them and bought a trailer. And so after I laid down my $6,000 for my trailer, I thought, well, I'm kind of committed now. I have to build my house, or otherwise I'm stuck with a trailer that I have no use for. So that was it. And so I phoned up my ex-husband and I said, he's a contractor. And I said, can you help me? And he, absolutely. So he came pick my trailer up and we took it to his place and he built my house for me, and it's great. It definitely makes me feel more secure financially because my output rather is very minimal. The only thing really I have to pay for is my propane. So at the moment that runs about $70 every 2 weeks because I heat with it. In the summer the one propane tank will last about 2 months. So that's $70 for 2 months. So that's it, that's my expenses. And that's pretty good. I'm living at the back of my friend's house. He very generously offered me a site to keep my house for a year because he wants to make sure I'm safe, so I really appreciate that. You'll never know how much he's helped me. So eventually I would like to find a nice community of like-minded people and just have a nice permanent location that's a treed area with walks and snowshoeing and stuff like that around. So yeah, be more into nature. So I'm a dental assistant. I work with a dentist, and so it's very clinical and everything's got to be on time and stuff like that. So when I get home, it's just nice to not have to cater to anybody else. It's just me and my tiny. It's very easy to keep clean. My house is called Lily May. My mother's name is May and my grandmother's name is Lillian, so combined both names to come up with Lily May. My mum has dementia, and one of the few things she could remember was that I was building a tiny house. So yeah, that's why she's called Lily May. When you come in the front door, you're in my living room area. I have regular windows everywhere. I didn't want the RV windows. It's a house, so I want proper windows. I've got a nice comfortable sofa that I can sit on. I have a nice closet. It's not big, but it has enough room for everything I need. I've got a beautiful kitchen that is bigger than most apartment kitchens. Lots of workspace. A little 3-burner stove with a nice little oven in it, and that does all my cooking. My pantry works incredibly well. Everything I need is in my pantry. I got all my bottles from Value Village, so on the cheap there. My bedroom is my loft area. So my loft is so comfortable. I've had a couple of people say I couldn't sleep up there because it would be too confining, but because my bed is right next to the window, it feels like I've got this huge bedroom, and at night I just watch the stars. I didn't want a ladder, but to put regular stairs in would take up too much room in my kitchen. So George came up with the idea of these, I don't know what you would call them because it's not a ladder and it's not stairs. I'm not on solar panels at the moment, but eventually it will be going solar, and so I'll be off grid and very comfortable. I do have a washing machine. It's just a regular washing machine. Unfortunately, I haven't used it because it just takes up so much water, and I don't have great water here. So at the moment it's just a very expensive laundry hamper, but eventually it will be used. My home is run on propane. I have a propane hot water tank, a propane furnace, and my kitchen stove is propane. The furnace is very good. It warms my little house up very well. I do have a composting toilet, Nature's Head composting toilet. If I was to do it again, I don't think I would go with the Nature's Head. I think I would just go with a couple of pails and be easier to empty for one thing, because carrying that out it's heavy for me, you know. Whereas a pail, it's got a handle on, I can just take it out. So when George framed the house, he didn't use conventional framing. What he did was he made overlarge roof trusses. So the roof comes down like this, and that is just the roof truss. And then he put very simple bracing in, and we put a hard insulation on the outside, and then with the spray foam insulation it could attach to that, as opposed to plywood, because plywood would make it heavier. It was all about keeping the weight down, so using the roof trussing technique and the styrofoam as opposed to the plywood with the spray foam insulation has made this place solid. It is solid in here. I absolutely adore my home, absolutely adore it. I come home from work and I'm tired, and I walk in the house and I always say, "Hi honey, I'm home." She just works, it just works. I just love it, absolutely love it. How many times have I said I'm very happy?
That's a good sign.
When it first got cold, I was a little bit disappointed, because I thought, oh, my house isn't staying as warm as I thought it would, because I figured it's got spray foam insulation, it's R30, it's not going to take much to heat it, and it seemed to take a lot to heat it. And then I stepped outside and it was -40, and I'm like, actually my house is quite warm. So now this time of year, the heat hardly comes on. If I get any kind of sun coming through the windows, it warms up lovely and cozy. And yeah, I put the heat on at night when I'm just relaxing, and yeah, it's great. So the winter has been really nice. I've really enjoyed it. With the winter coming, I was a bit concerned about the floor being cold, because a lot of tiny house people have said that the floors get cold. So I got 40 bales of straw and put them around the perimeter of the house, so I get no wind going underneath the house. So my floors actually stay relatively warm, and it's been great insulation. Even on windy days, this place is solid, it does not move. So that's been really good. And plus it's biodegradable, so in the spring I shall use it as straw bale gardening. The big challenge of the winter was my drain freezing, because I didn't prepare properly for it. If I was to have some sort of heating tape around it, it probably would have been a better idea, but it's a learning curve. With my composting toilet, I don't need a septic system, so I don't need to build that, which is lots of money, and if you don't need it, why do it? So yeah, I just need to figure out my drainage a little bit better. I do have problems with humidity, so every morning as I'm getting ready for work, I just open all the windows up, brush my hair, put my hair up in a ponytail, close all the windows. That's it. And then I go around in the evening with paper towel and just wipe the windows down. It is a winter problem because heating with propane creates humidity. So that is a problem. I don't have that problem in the summer, because obviously I have all the windows open to get fresh air in. It did make me nervous putting all my money into a house that is technically illegal, but on the other hand, why is it illegal? I don't understand why this as a housing option is illegal. It still is a little bit concerning that I could be told I can't live in my house, but they're going to have to drag me out of here. I'm not going quietly. So yeah, it's my investment in my life, and my life is very happy, so I think it was a good investment.